Intro music or visuals, close-up of teeth, then a frustrating dental visit scene, voice over energetic, clear, friendly tone. Do you brush, floss, maybe even rinse, but every time you visit the dentist, there's more tartar to scrape off? Sounds familiar, right? The truth is, brushing harder or more often won't solve it. Tartar is the result of a deeper problem, a bacterial film designed to resist your toothbrush. Hello, health champions. Today, I'll show you the absolute best way to stop tartar. Not by working harder, but by working smarter, getting rid of the problem before it hardens. Visual, graphic of plaque forming. To understand tartar, we first need to talk about plaque. Plaque is that soft, sticky, velvety layer that forms on your teeth. It's made of bacteria, food particles, and proteins from your saliva. You've probably noticed it. It can start forming just hours after you eat. Sugar and carbs are key here. They feed these bacteria, helping them multiply. In its early stages, plaque is soft and easily removed with regular brushing. Visual, graphic showing biofilm formation and then mineralization. But here's the crucial part about plaque. It's made of bacteria, it's a living structure, and living things love to defend themselves. So these bacteria produce a biofilm. Think of a biofilm as a protective, slimy matrix that covers the bacteria, holding them more tightly together, if this isn't cleaned away with regular brushing. And dental hygiene, minerals from your saliva like calcium and phosphorus start to mineralize it. This mineralization makes it very, very hard, and that's what we call tartar. The official term is calculus, which basically means dental stones or rock. Once it turns into tartar, it's nearly impossible to remove with a brush. It's essentially a mineralized bacterial film, about 1,000 times harder to remove than plaque. At this stage, a professional often needs to scrape it off with hard instruments. Visual, a stop sign or preventable text, but here's the good news. This is absolutely preventable. It's not inevitable. Visual, pH scale graphic, showing acidic vs alkaline. The first thing to understand is pH, how acidic or alkaline something is. Your mouth should normally be slightly alkaline, around 7.2 to 7.4. This is a fantastic environment for a healthy mouth. One of the worst things we can do is consume lots of sugar and carbohydrates. Why? Because they are the fuel for these bacteria. The bacteria take all this food and as a byproduct they produce lactic acid. As it sounds, this is acid, a very low pH. Visual, graphic of enamel weakening, then plaque hardening. If your pH drops low enough, this acid starts to pull minerals out of your enamel, and your tooth enamel is mineralized. It's why it's so incredibly hard. So pulling minerals out is bad for your teeth. But even more importantly, you're providing the very minerals that will harden that bacterial film, that plaque, and turn it into tartar. So, one of the most important things you can do is cut down on sugar and carbs and work to create a slightly alkaline pH in your mouth. Bacteria hate this environment, and it's also protective for your enamel. Visual, water glass, then saliva graphic. Another crucial factor is hydration. Your saliva is your mouth's first line of defense. It's not just randomly there, it does many good things. First, it buffers acids, containing things that can balance and neutralize them. It has enzymes and antibacterial proteins to break down bacteria and build a defense. Saliva also clears away debris and makes the tooth surface a bit more slippery, making it harder for bacteria and sticky things to hold on. So, when you're dehydrated, your mouth tends to be dry. And with a dry mouth, your mouth becomes more acidic. Bacteria will multiply because there's nothing to wash them away or fight them. Plaque, of course, becomes stickier with less water, and we accelerate tartar formation. Visuals for each of the following points: NaC, xylitol, baking soda, peroxide, herbs or oils beyond regular brushing, which is paramount. Here are some additional natural ways to boost your prevention. N-acetylcysteine. This is an amino acid, a powerful nutrient. In your mouth, it helps break down that bacterial biofilm. It breaks the bonds bacteria try to make, essentially neutralizing them and loosening the plaque. This makes plaque easier to brush away. For dental use, you want it as a lozenge that dissolves slowly in your mouth or as a mouthwash to ensure direct contact. A typical dose is 600 milligrams daily. Xylitol birch sugar, a popular alternative sweetener, but especially important for teeth. Its main effect is inhibiting the growth and function of the main bacterial culprit, Streptococcus mutans, and other related bacteria. Xylitol also prevents adhesion, making it harder for bacteria to stick. You've probably noticed it stimulates saliva and makes everything feel slippery. You can get xylitol in gum, mints, or mouthwash. Most people use gum or mints because it's easy and tastes good. Unlike some things you don't want to do daily, xylitol is something you want to use every day, even up to 3 times a day for the best effect. Baking soda sodium bicarbonate. You've probably seen this in many toothpastes. Its most important action is instantly neutralizing acid. It's also a mild abrasive, so it can truly help clean your teeth. However, it can be too abrasive if used daily. You'll want to brush or rinse with it 2 to 3 times a week, no more. Using it too much can wear down enamel, irritate gums, and alter your oral microbiome, the natural balance of beneficial bacteria in your mouth that fight bad bacteria. Hydrogen peroxide, also known as hydrogen superoxide. It has an extra oxygen atom like an oxygen overload. Bacteria hate this. Many problem bacteria in your mouth are what we call anaerobic, meaning they prefer or require environments without oxygen. Giving them extra oxygen kills them off. When using it as a mouthwash, you must dilute it 1 to 1 or more with water. Like baking soda, you shouldn't use it more than 2 to 3 times a week. Too much, too often, can harm soft tissues, kill healthy bacteria, and cause tooth sensitivity. Herbs. Essential oils. Many herbs are naturally antibacterial. Some popular ones for teeth include neem oil, clove oil, tea tree oil, oregano oil, and cinnamon oil. These are very strong and can cause severe irritation or almost burns if used undiluted. You must dilute them, 1 or 2 drops of essential oil per tablespoon of carrier oil. Coconut oil is recommended as a carrier because it's food grade, healthy, and also used for oil pulling to draw toxins from your teeth. Coconut oil itself contains medium-chain fatty acids that are naturally mildly antibacterial. Using essential oils with coconut oil can be very soothing, especially for irritated gums. Use these, added to your oil pulling routine, 2 to 3 times a week. Oil pulling. Plain coconut oil. If you're just using coconut oil alone, without essential oils, it's great to do every day. It's mildly antibacterial and can clean and pull bad things from your mouth. Swish it comfortably in your mouth for at least 5 minutes, up to 15 minutes is great. Visual, checklist or summary of habits. Now, let's talk about some good daily habits to prevent plaque and tartar buildup. Brush your teeth before breakfast. This clears away the plaque and biofilm that forms overnight. Floss before you brush. This loosens some plaque around the edges, making it easier for your brush to reach. Use xylitol gum or mints or a baking soda rinse after meals. Remember, xylitol can be used up to 3 times a day, but baking soda should be limited to 2 to 3 times a week. Doing this after meals reduces bacteria, increases pH, and stimulates saliva. Reduce sugar and carbs. We mentioned this, but it's so important because they produce acid and fuel bacteria. Visual, call to action for the viewer. Remember, some of these therapies are very powerful, like baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. Don't overdo them. They can damage your enamel, irritate your gums, and disrupt the healthy balance of your oral microbiome if used too frequently. Think of baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, and essential oils as occasional, powerful treatments. 2 to 3 times a week. Daily routine for maximum benefit. Daily 600 mg NAC lozenge or mouthwash, xylitol gum or mints up to 3x day. Oil pulling with plain coconut oil 5-15 min. 2-3 times or week. Baking soda rinse or brush, diluted hydrogen peroxide rinse, essential oils diluted in carrier oil during oil pulling. While these practices can help prevent new tartar, if you already have significant buildup, you'll likely need a professional cleaning to remove all the calculus. But here's my challenge too. Once your teeth are sparkling clean again after that professional visit, if you stick to these habits, you might never need another cleaning again. If you found this video helpful, you'll love this next one. And if you truly want to master your health by understanding how your body works, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any life-saving videos.